Welcome to another InWheelTime podcast. And welcome everybody to the InWheelTime Car Talk Show. Coming up, Olivia Weiner, a 21-year-old college student who's new to off-roading and first-time buyer of a Ford Bronco. Going to talk to her about her experience. Later in Jeff's car culture, muscle cars that promised power but didn't deliver.
Nope.
Boy, and I had one of those.
Yours is featured.
Is it? Great. Of course it is, with my name written all over it. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars, who's also going to have a feature of 5 of the largest October festivals around.
Wow.
We always need more Jeff Zekin, Chief Engineer David Ainsley, who we've been on the phone with already this morning, and
Yes,
we're feeling a little paranoid about everything. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us on this Saturday morning for the InWheelTime Car Talk Show. Jeffrey, it's good to be seen and good to be with you this morning.
Absolutely.
And we've got music, and I don't know how we've made it on the air again because of our fumbling around, my fumbling around, not yours.
No, it's
a team effort.
It's in the air.
Yeah, it's in the air. So to tell you what's happened, we got here at 8:30 this morning, Central Time, and we got all set up to do the show. We did a little test, talked to everybody, everything. It was beautiful. We sat on the couch, watched some stupid Wild Wild West repeat from 1969. And then we go over here and we start to look at
fire it all back up.
Fire up, and Mars can't hear us.
Yeah.
We're going, what? That didn't. No,
less than 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. So then the panic sets in, which we're really good at this point in our lives.
Yeah, we've had a lot of practice with it.
We don't even take medication anymore for it.
No, we just live with it. But at any rate, on with the show. We got 2 hours of a great program for this Saturday, October the 4th, 2025. And let's just get right to it, shall we? Olivia Weiner, off-road enthusiast. She's with Sue Mead, an auto journalist, a friend of ours from way back when. Sue, it's always good to meet you, but you're not the subject of our show this morning. Right now, we're going to talk to Olivia. Olivia, good morning.
Good morning.
It's great to be with you, and we were looking forward to talking to you once I learned that Mr. Mars had this set up with Sue. And so 21-year-old college student, where are you going to college?
I go to Berkshire Community College. It is a really small school in Berkshire County, and I'm studying nursing.
Berkshire County. And where is that county located? In what
Western
state?
Massachusetts.
Western Mass. Okay.
I've got a granddaughter that's going to be studying nursing.
Yeah.
How about that?
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So you're going for your undergrad degree, and then you're going to go to nursing school, or you're already in nursing school?
So I'm finishing my prereqs right now, and then I'll have 2 years out from RN, and then hopefully BSN. So it's a
Very
lot.
good. Well, best of luck to you. That's quite a career, and it's greatly appreciated by all of us old people.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All those old people.
Yeah. Did you like that?
Business. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So we give you a career, something to look forward to. Okay, so let's get into it. So have you always been an auto enthusiast?
I haven't. I actually waited till I was 18 to get my driver's license, and then I failed the first time. So I haven't always been the most confident driver. I always avoid the highway, and I prefer back roads. But I grew up off-roading on four-wheelers, and I've been really engaged in that.
So how did you meet Sue Mead, who we've known as an auto journalist for many, many years now? How did you meet her?
She's my aunt, so
there you go.
I've always known Sue Mead.
Okay,
at least 21 years.
Yeah.
So you obviously have been influenced a lot by Sue. If you didn't get your driver's license till you were 18 years old, so did she grab you and say, "Come on, let's go off-roading"?
She taught me how to drive when I finally felt like I was ready. She took me off-roading in places we probably shouldn't have been off-roading, really. She took us to like churches and stuff. And
now wait a minute, I have a question. You said you failed your first time, but yet Sue taught you how to drive. What?
This was after I failed. My mom called it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how fun. So how long has this off-roading thing going on? Since you were 18?
Not in a vehicle. Like, I've been in ATVs, but this was my first time ever going off-roading with Sue in Texas this past
In a real vehicle, what was your first experience in? What kind of car vehicle?
Oh, we were so lucky. We got the Ford Bronco. We got one of the Badlands.
Oh my God! So in other words, you were indoctrinated in one of the best off-road vehicles there is.
We were picked up in a Bill Strope edition.
Don't tell your
Bronco.
parents that. Don't tell your parents that. But so you were picked up where?
At the airport in Austin, Ford left us the special edition, and we drove that to the Hill Country. Spent the night at the resort that is partnered with the driving school. And then we went at it the next morning at 8 a.m. and stayed through dinner. It was a long and fruitful day. But I just want
So
to add that Olivia often works until 2 or 3 in the morning and drives home over roads that become dirt at the end of her drive in the darkness. And we're going into winter weather. And I really wanted her to have confidence in her Big Bend Bronco, her first vehicle. I wanted her to have confidence just driving it on the road, but also we all know that off-road enhances the handling off-road enhances your driving comfort and confidence on road. So that was the motive behind calling Ford and saying, would you put the two of us through the school?
so you're talking about the Ford off-rodeo is what they call it.
That's correct.
And they have it in like 5 locations around the country, and Austin happens to be one of those.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and it's for Bronco owners, but correct me if I'm wrong, Sue, but a public person, anybody can talk to Ford and make a reservation and go through the school. Of course, it costs money, but
Right.
anybody could if they wanted to learn something.
Well, that's an option they give the Ford buyer, whether they want to do that.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Mhm.
A new Bronco owner, I believe, has 1 year to go to the school
Right.
free. 5 locations: New Hampshire, Moab, Utah, Texas, Las Vegas, and Tennessee now. But I wanted to go to the Hill Country because I love that location. I went there when it opened, and Olivia hadn't been to Texas. But also, as Mike said, you can bring your Bronco, even if it's not new, and pay to have a half day program. You can bring up to 3 guests. You can also go for a half day program and pay to use their Bronco. So there are a lot of options.
Okay. So Olivia, so you went to the school with Sue. So what was your impression of going through the school as a basically? I mean, you had some background, and I'm sure Sue taught you a lot before you got there. But still, what was the experience like?
It starts off like a lot of tutorial and a lot of information that I felt like wasn't like super easy to grasp until I was in the vehicle, like seeing it myself and doing it myself. But the whole course is very user friendly, and I think it really helps having the guide kind of give you the confidence that, you know, the vehicles are built for the course, and the course is kind of built for the vehicles in the way that it really shows off everything they do.
So was it somebody from Ford or a contractor from Ford that sat in the car with you guys?
We had a Ford Bronco off-rodeo guide outside the vehicle, kind of
Okay.
just being our like trail guide.
Yes. And of
Yeah,
course,
Bronco Off Rodeo has a number of experts that they hire and work at each location. And this woman is super talented and has done the Rebel Rally. But as Olivia said, it started with tutorial and then some demonstration with drivers at the wheel. But Olivia, I'd love for you to talk about the progression of the day. But for me, one of the most exciting things was partway through the afternoon, it wasn't just the instructor guiding. Individuals were asked to get out of their vehicle and guide each other over difficult objects to show that they understood what was going on with the vehicle and to encourage the driver.
right, and it's what we like to call as a spotter to kind of guide you through and not get you in trouble in something that you can't see. Correct, Sue?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Olivia, it would be so fun to hear like the start, the middle, and the end.
Sure. So I guess the progression for me was starting off pretty tired, really excited, but mostly a little scared, like getting in the car. I didn't want to damage the vehicle in any way. And I always want to impress my dear Aunt Sue, who's an expert in the field. It's, hard having
Right.
somebody who's so
Hard to live up to that
watching
standard,
you.
yeah.
Yeah. So the beginning of the day was definitely a little rocky. The middle of the day, I feel like I learned the most, and I trusted myself more and got more confident, doing the maneuvers. And then by the end of the day, it was like doing the maneuvers on my own and laughing and having the best time ever.
So if you had it to do all over again, would there be something different that you would have done or have tried to learn before you got in the car?
I don't think so. I think that the day is so perfectly like revolved around teaching you, and I think the not knowing was a little exciting. And even coming back home, the first thing I said to my parents, I was like, we have to go to the New Hampshire one, like I want to take you guys, like you guys would have so much fun.
Sure.
Teach
Well,
them.
yeah, of course. What did you learn about the off-roading as far as the vehicle is concerned and the capabilities, like the GOAT system, all of the things that Bronco comes with?
Yeah, I love the goat mode. The Badlands definitely have more than the Big Bend one I have. But there's a button for just about everything, like things I didn't even know cars could do. And the car can basically drive itself in certain scenarios. You put on like a little speed control, like no more than 3 miles per hour, and you guide it, but it will eat pretty much anything you put in front of it.
Well, I mean, you grew up with computers, and obviously that particular vehicle is loaded with them. And we used to say back in the day, or we were taught back in the day, as long as you don't do anything stupid, the car will pretty much help you along and guide you in what you need to do and what you can't. You got flashing lights. You've got all sorts of help with the vehicle from the vehicle itself.
Yeah, the vehicle definitely does not want you to crash. I think a lot of cars definitely, you see that more in the backup cameras now, which are great. But this car even has like a front camera. I mean, you can pull up the full display of what's happening in front of your first two tires.
Yes. Yeah, it is pretty incredible. And Sue, if I could kind of pin you against the wall there and say, how much was this loaded up Bronco?
Olivia, what was the sticker on ours? I believe it was just under 50,000. Wasn't it in the 40s? We had a Monroney that I saw once. I believe that was the price tag for it.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's reasonable compared to the competition because of all of the things that this particular vehicle will do.
Yeah,
what kind
exactly.
of motor did it have in it? It had the turbocharged 4-cylinder?
Exactly.
Yeah. And so it had enough horsepower to be able to get yourself in low gear and up across any kind of problems that you may have encountered on the trail.
It's got spunk.
One of my favorite moments with Olivia was when the instructor toward the end of the day said, come up to this spot in the trail. I want you to use your speed control. And I believe Olivia had hill descent control. You're not going to be able to see where you're going. Trust me, trust the vehicle, and go off the edge. And Olivia said, are you kidding? I can't see. Well, you know what? I'm trusting the vehicle. And she just went off the edge of something called roller coaster and was laughing.
Well, she is 21, and we expect that from a 21-year-old. I know that that we all would have loved to have had that experience at 21 years of age.
Well, you all can go talk with some of our friends at Ford. They love putting people through the program, and it's really fun. I had been, as I said, when it opened, but it was fun, so much fun, obviously, to go with Olivia, and I feel so much more confident in her driving home through snowstorms and in the dark at night. And but also I enjoyed seeing some of the other participants who were very quiet and not aggressive drivers by the end of the day, to see their accomplishment and their comfort grow.
So how much does this course cost if you're a Bronco owner and you want to take this course?
If you're a new Bronco owner, there's no fee. If you're a Bronco owner and you want to go to the half day, I believe it's $465, and then you pay if you want to bring some guests along. You can bring guests that are over 12 years of age, but drivers have to be 18 years of age and over.
Well, I tell you what, next time you, Olivia, next time you do that, take Mike with you because he needs some pointers.
He does. He needs all the
He
help.
needs
that
confidence.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
really does.
And of course, we're down the road from him a piece as we do this show, so we're not worried about him hitting back and hurting anybody here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Take him
Well,
with you.
this has been a great experience and a great conversation. Sue, thank you very much for introducing your daughter to the InWheelTime show. Or your niece.
Niece, yeah.
Sorry, but what a great adventure for both of you. I can't even imagine such a thing. I know that there was a program many years ago. My youngest daughter had just turned 18, and we did basically a rally course that was taught by, I don't remember, I think it was BMW or something, and she won a little trophy, and it meant the world to her. So I would imagine that Olivia, that your trophy is having the experience with your aunt and having the experience of learning something that you didn't know before. And I'm hoping that they can hear us.
Yeah. I think we may have lost them.
There was supposed to be a comment there, but apparently there was no comment.
Just nod your heads. Yes, agreed.
Absolutely. There you go.
I
All
think
right.
the audio went.
Okay. Well, at any rate, Sue, again, thank you both, Sue Mead and Olivia Wayner. Both of you guys, thank you very much for joining us on this Saturday. We appreciate you.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the day, guys. Bye-bye.
You do the same. Just ahead, Jeff's car culture.
That too.
Muscle cars that didn't deliver. Plus, Mars has 5 October festivals.
He's only got 2 of those,
You
but
see
5
what,
of the other ones.
see what I wrote there?
Yes, you did.
I did write that.
Certainly in capital letters in red.
In red, festivals. After this quick break here on the InWheelTime Car Talk Show. Stay
Put
with
some
us.
ointment on it.
You've waited all summer, and it's finally here. The Tailpipes and Tacos Fall 25 Cruise-In Car Show. It's been a while, but the popular Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In returns to the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, Saturday, October 18th. Make any donation to Shirley's Kids and get a free breakfast taco. There'll be mimosas and Bloody Marys, too. Get to the best cruise-in of the year. Tailpipes and Tacos Car Show, Saturday, October 18th, 8 to 11 a.m. Cruise in, make a donation of any amount, and grab a free Loopy Tortilla breakfast taco. Tailpipes and Tacos only happens at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, 703 West Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of the Katy Freeway. Join the car camaraderie and your car will automatically compete for one of 3 chili pepper trophies at no charge. Fall is here, and what better way to celebrate than with a free taco at Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In Car Show, Saturday, October 18th, 8 to 11 a.m. It's the cruise-in you won't want to miss. Loopy Tortillas, Tailpipes and Tacos in Katy.
Time to fire up those engines and pay tribute to the folks who make freedom possible. Bastrop's own Heroes in Hot Rods is rolling in for Veterans Day weekend. Friday night, downtown cruise. Saturday, 400 of the coolest rides in Texas. Proceeds help veterans, shelters, food pantries, and scholarships. Sponsored by Craig's Jewelry. November 7th and 8th, Main Street, Bastrop. Don't miss it.
That's your favorite part.
That's my
isn't it?
favorite part.
Hey, the InWheelTime Car Talk Show invites you to join us 10 to noon every Saturday, Central Time, for our live show about all things automotive. And we thank you for being with us today. Time now for Jeff's Car Culture.
You ready, Michael?
Muscle cars that didn't deliver. I
Yeah.
had one of those.
You bet. Muscle
Yeah.
car badges implies that asphalt melting torque, stoplight showdowns, and even engine roar that rattles windows. But not every muscle car lived up to the hype. Emission strangulations, heavy bodies, marketing misfires meant these machines take a big game, but don't walk the walk. So our first one, Mike, is a 1980 Chevrolet Camaro Z28. Excuse me. The Z28 struck fear into the hearts of other cars at red lights, and by 1980, its 190 horsepower V8 was all bark and no bite, weighing nearly 3,500 pounds. It had the looks, but couldn't outrun a well-fed minivan. turning it into a disco-era disappointment wrapped in racing stripes. So there you go. The next one we have is a Ford Mustang II Cobra II. That nameplate promised venom, yet in 1976 it was defanged. All it delivered was a wheezy 140 horsepower 302 V8 with decal galores. It looked like a race car, but performed like a budget commuter. Carroll Shelby probably winced with emotional pain every time one drove by. The next one, Mike, is a Dodge Charger Daytona. Borrowing the iconic Daytona name, could have come with horsepower. Instead, this bloated B body weighed down its optional 400 cubic V8 engine. It handled like a yacht in a parking garage.
It looks like a Chrysler Cordoba with rich Corinthian leather in it.
It was more of a showboat than a muscle car.
Yeah.
The next one, Mike, is a Plymouth Volare Roadrunner. This Roadrunner name once meant speed and simplicity. By 1980, it was a sticker packaged on a Volare. Powered by an asthmatic 318 V8, it beeped and probably wheezed right after. A sad final lap, once a great nameplate. Next one, Michael, is a Ford Thunderbird. 1980, the Thunderbird had evolved into a personal luxury coupe rather than a performance machine. The base 255 cubic inch V8 struggled to produce 115 horsepower. There's your answer.
God.
Leaving this heavy cruiser with all the thunder of a polite cough. Despite its name, it wasn't flying past anything. Buick Century, Free Spirit. This bicentennial edition looked the part with its red, white, and blue paint and gold graphics. Yet the 455 V8 couldn't overcome its age, the emissions, the constraints of that, and the extra weight. It was a patriotic parade float with a drag strip demon. Nasty. The next one's an El Camino SS. Had a sporty aesthetics, stripes, and badging. Unfortunately, the performance it gave was lukewarm. Even with an optional V8, it drove more like a parts hauler than a powerhouse. Sure, it was cool and it had street cred. It wasn't really quick enough to justify the muscle car name. That's sad. One more here is the Javelin AMX, 1974. Once battled on equal ground with the big three, Ford, GM, and Chrysler. But in its final years, performance was stifled by emission rules and weight gain. The styling was aggressive, but it was like a washed-up bodybuilder with muscles fading
Don
fast.
Armstrong, rebadged.
And the last one, my favorite, is the Ford LTD 2 Sport. The sporty trim was a lumbering LTD 2, had a blackout trim and a big bravado, but its performance numbers were anything but athletic. The 302 351 V8 moved it all with the urgency of a jogger in sand. There you go.
Well,
take it away, Michael.
You know, I'm proud to say that I completely forgot about those cars, and they were very forgettable.
Yeah,
I had one.
Yep.
It was the Chevy Monza. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I had a Monza.
From 1975. I traded in my 74 Vega GT.
I had a 77
V8.
I had a V6 77 Chevy Monza Spider, and I told him if it came with any Spider stuff on it, I wasn't buying it.
Well, mine had a V8 in it.
I had the V6.
Yeah, but your V6 probably had more horsepower than my V8.
Could have been.
I remember having my very first trip in it, was a road trip to Dallas in a bowling tournament I was in.
All right.
And the heater didn't work, and it was ice cold outside.
Yeah, you told me that story. Yeah. Yep.
Always those. All right, Mr. Mars has driving destinations.
I got to find it.
Today, it's going to be 5 Oktoberfests that he has deemed worthy, Mr. Mars.
They're not worthy.
There's a surprising number of Oktoberfests out there across the United States. And it was kind of, how do you weasel them down into something of the bigger ones? But some of them that I thought were particularly interesting was Oktoberfest USA is in La Crosse, Wisconsin. I thought this would be good for you, Don, bring back some pleasant memories. Since 1961, the La Crosse Oktoberfest has become a Midwest tradition. It's settled along the Mississippi River. They have lots of pageantry, they have parades, they tap the golden keg as part of the deal, and they have a vibrant polka halls that play lots of music where visitors don their lederhosen and dirndls. I'm not sure what that is.
None of us do if you pronounce it like that.
Mars, I think somebody slipped a word in there that you're not supposed to say on a broadcast. But
is that what it is? If you wear lederhosen, your dolzers are exposed.
No, dirndls. Dirndls is, I think, the way you say it.
Whatever.
Anyway, so it's kind of a big carnival rides and contest for all the family. So then you go to Denver, of all places, where the Mile House City has become a tradition where they bring in this German cheer with Denver's energetic beer culture. They have a lot of beer there, among other things. So they turn 6 blocks of the downtown area into this festival area with, they have keg bowling, they have Stein hosting contests, and they have live polka bands. Lots of breweries, of course it's Colorado, and they have lots of things to go along there. Then moving on to something a little closer to home, Fredericksburg Oktoberfest. Now, this is as they've designated it, the polka capital of Texas, and it sits at the heart of the hill country, and it's kind of replaced some of the other areas that seem to have like lots of polka stuff, but it really doesn't. This has grown bigger and better. They get together at Kinder Park, and they have lots of wine here, as well as 50 varieties of beer, arts, crafts, exhibits. All this stuff goes around into the area's proud German heritage. Again, with the leader hosing for travelers and parades and contests, sing-alongs. It's Fredericksburg Oktoberfest offers a family-friendly celebration with Texas hospitality. Now, this is one that I thought was very interesting. Helen, Georgia. Now, this is in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and it's a Storybook Brook Bavarian. I cannot talk today. The town's built very much the architecture along the Bavarian mountains, houses and homes, and they have a lot of brass bands playing polkas. They have traditional German attire, because this is kind of what the town looks like, a big German
Dairy
festival. Farm. Yeah. And it's on the Chattahoochee River, so that makes it even better.
Oh, yeah, hoochie.
Now, this one is the big one. Oktoberfest Cincinnati with Z's is the way it's pronounced, happens and becomes the largest Oktoberfest celebration in the country. They got a lot of polka, bratwurst, and 800 bratwurst.
Uncontrollable brats is the bratwurst.
Yeah. 800,000 people show up for this event. They have, of course, they've got all the.
They have nothing else to do there.
I guess not. So they have lots of live bands, costume people, and they have the world's largest chicken dance. Don, I looked for you in this picture, but I could not find you in that crowd. But I looked.
Where's Waldo?
Yes, where's Waldo? And they have dash hound races, which I thought several of the places have dash hound races.
Dash hounds.
Yeah.
I believe this would be called dachshunds.
Is it like a dachshund?
I think it's a dash hound is a dachshund, but
but they also have.
Far be it from me to correct anybody on the air.
That's right. and
dash hounds.
Or some of them actually they have it called the running of the wieners instead of the dash hound races.
Well, for me, they're not dash hounds. I think that they're called dachshunds. But again,
dash docs,
whatever. Yeah.
Motto.
It's like sauerkraut balls, and strudel and metwurst. It's all kind of
sauerkraut balls.
That's what it said. They serve plates of sauerkraut balls.
You know what? I think we're going to leave this segment right here.
How do I get off the screen, Michael?
Oh, yeah.
Let's click on that picture or something. Okay.
I
don't know what else to tell you, but all I can tell you is that the InWheelTime Car Talk Show will continue after this break in our recovery.
You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. Rev up your engines. It's time to roll back in style at the Back to the Past Car Show. Join the Spring Branch Senior High School Foundation Saturday, October 18th at Cornerstone Academy, 9016 Westview Drive in Houston. Classic cars, trucks, and motorcycles. Family fun, food, music, and memories. There's something for everyone. Proceeds benefit local students and programs. Don't miss the shine, the chrome, and the nostalgia. 10 to 2, Saturday, October 18th, Back to the Past Car Show. SpringbranchBears.com/car show for more information. InWheelTime will be there too.
That's it for this podcast episode of the InWheelTime Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.